everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Crank Up the Jury. I'm Shelly Brown.
And I'm Amandalynn Banks.
And we're going to just get right on into it. So, Amandalynn.
What?
Now, you remember what we were talking about earlier with Kim Zosiak and her new house? I think it's $3.2 million to be correct. In Roswell,
Georgia.
Roswell, Georgia. And I was sitting down and pondering to myself. I said, "Self, how was she affording all of this?" Because listen, tardy for the party. Listen,
I like that though. I like how Candy, put her mix down to it, and she made Kim sound like she's an actual singer. But I know ain't no way in the world tardy for the party is paying for no $3.4 million mansion, and you ain't got no job other than tardy for the party.
Well, listen, that brings me to my point.
Okay.
That her big booty husband, are they married now? Croy, Berman? Yeah, the one that she was dancing with. They brought a house together, and that house is the one I'm talking about. And
so Croy bought the house.
Croy bought the house.
Croy plays for the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know if he plays like linebacker or, quarterback or whatever, but he does play for the Atlanta Falcons, and I don't know how she landed him.
Well, listen, I'll tell you how she landed him. He got a big booty, and she's gay, so I think that man has some type of dogs in his closet or something like that, so it all works together. So they just fine. They just fine. Girl, let me tell you. And let me see, I need my glasses.
So
anyway,
what about
it's on 2 acres, 11,000 square feet, with no money. You think she got that house by selling that ring, or did she give it back to us?
I'm wondering if the ring was even real.
I mean, it was real. Now come on now.
Hey, coming from Kim Zosiak, she had a damn yard sale in the Burger King parking lot.
They tried to sell her.
Now you gonna tell me your ring?
She tried to sell her bedroom furniture for $5,000.
On to the next thing here. What we got going on Celebrity Apprentice?
Something else that's bothering me.
What?
And we just gonna have to bring the boxing gloves out.
What is it? What is it, Shelly?
Manly, aka Nene Leakes. She's
oh wow,
talking about Miss Jackson and not Iffy Nasty, Latoya. And I don't know. I mean, I like Nene. I'm okay with her and the way she is.
Yeah.
And some people are talking about her.
Too. I like you, Nene.
Right.
But I
really like you.
I don't understand the point of view bullying around Latoya Jackson. What are you gaining from bullying her?
She called her Casper the Ghost. And she said that she had been fooling everybody all these years. But she said, "You can't fool me." What is she fooling? What is she putting on? Or, I mean, I don't even think she has to put on because her last name is Jackson.
I think it's all lights, camera, action.
Yeah, and they say Nene is supposed to be nice.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it. It ain't nothing that I got on Athens. I don't have nothing on Athens, but that's where she from, and I just think that Nene, she do stuff to stand out. The whole thing that happened with Greg and the other little alternative friend. What's his name? The guy that looks like the black Ken doll.
Oh, he looks dead. Maybe he's dead. I don't know.
And him and the slap and all that other stuff, and then how she was acting on the reunion, it was just tacky.
You know what? I ultimately think that they should make up and find them a rhinoplastic doctor that could put both of them together and just call it a day.
Yeah,
of course. I mean, come on. It brings us to the next topic.
Someone please call 911.
So what's this with Kobe Bryant?
Ooh, girl. Kobe
And he already
has done it again.
Raped somebody.
He done it again. He back in the tabloids. He back in the media.
So you say he gay now?
No, I didn't know. No. He's not gay.
Oh.
But he made a comment. He made a slur towards one of the NBA officials. He dropped the F-bomb by calling them a effing faggot. And it just had a whole bunch of uproar with it, where the NBA Association fined him $100,000, and he had to do a public apology.
I just don't understand why they got so upset. I could see if he would have said something like, "You're gay."
Well, people know Kobe as the most dominant player. You know, they
80 to 100 points a game.
Girl, I mean,
he can say anything he wants.
They took, to me, I think they trying to make him pay because it's unexcusable.
And because he got a whole lot of money in the bank and he could use to spend out some money along with charity.
Exactly. But I mean, the way I look at it is, if you out there on the field and you're going to be amped up, you know what I'm saying? Your adrenaline and everything is pumping and pumping and pumping. And if something goes wrong on the field, or on the playing court, or on the ice, or wherever that game takes place, I mean, you're gonna get furious. You're gonna shout some nasty things, maybe some profanity.
Yeah.
You know.
Ultimately, I think they're just being big babies because me, you, and a couple of other girls would sit together and be like, "Bitch, you after you on," and we don't take any offense to it.
Yeah, but
because you are what you are. And Mike Vick with the dog.
I don't know. You know, that was on a whole nother thing. So
put them both together. Shoot them up, huh? Black man on fire. Black man on fire. And maybe you guys could, speak on it, and you're welcome to on our blog, and because that's really a touchy subject, but at the same time, because we have so many people that come out the closet, I just really don't understand why it's a big deal.
So this is where the viewers, get a chance to express your thoughts and your views through that'll be coming pretty soon.
Yes.
And we'll be doing the Sound Right Factor, covering on celebrity news. Last night on, I think it was the world's dumbest something that comes on one of the cable channels. I think it's ETV or something like that. And it was this rapper. I think he wanted to be Kanye because that's what they call him, want to be Kanye. And he was just rapping on the stage, and it was time for him to go off, and a comedian was coming on, and he was like, he just wouldn't let go. He wouldn't let it go, but you had your time.
So what they do? What they
How
do?
did the comedian start joining him? What is this guy doing here? Get him off the stage and just throwing all type of punches and blows.
That's the code. You don't never run. You just accept your beat down for what it is and get up and hold your mouth and your eyes, and you just keep on talking shit. You don't run for nobody. Understand me? I'm getting upset now, Amandalynn. We don't do that over here.
You know what I also seen? The comedian immediately, not immediately, immediately. So Jolly stomping his ass, and that's how it went down.
Well, listen, let me ask you something. Did you see any women in the audience?
What did they say it was? I think it was Minnesota or Wisconsin, but it was a hip hop concert, and I don't know if hip hop exists in Minnesota or Wisconsin, but I ain't never heard nobody giving shots out to Wisconsin or Minnesota. And I love hip hop. I love all type of music, and I ain't never heard nobody shout out Wisconsin or Minnesota.
Well, let me ask you this.
What?
Do you think women in Wisconsin wear lace front wigs? Because,
man.
Listen. Well, if it's not a problem in Wisconsin, it's definitely a major problem here in the ATL.
Girl, I love my wigs. I love my wigs.
I mean, look, don't make me take it off now, because I will show you how to apply and take off.
You are a mess. I think lace front wigs are worldwide.
You think so?
I think whoever came up with the lace front wig is a gazillion billionaire.
Okay, now, there's two different types of lace front wigs. Okay, you got the lace front wig that Beyonce has, right? The one that goes around the nape of the head.
Okay.
On the sideburn and around the cranium of the head. Now, I'm seeing these older women, in particular, I'm talking to you. They are selling off-brand lace front wigs that only has the front line. why these women keep saying huh to me, but they not saying huh. They eyebrows are pulled
Y'all
back.
doing that? Oh my God, girl.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I think, okay, to cover that, we're going to do a segment on how to show y'all how to apply
Yes.
your own lace front wig.
The people who have problems with overdraft. Like, let's say we talking about a particular person, not me, but I know these situations because I have people calling me, complaining that they went into overdraft. What about those people that need to actually keep their money and do something with it, like the little water fresh, and put a little canister, dig up a hole, put it in the ground or something. You know, you might see a lace front wig and it might be over the budget of what's in your account. And now you $25 over the hole.
But you know how much money you got in your account.
So we gotta save, right?
You know how much money you got in your account. So you bold anyway.
Are you talking to me, Amandalynn Bank?
Things that make you say, You bold. Period.
He is bold.
Point blank.
Yeah, you right.
She.
Boy, you better stop buying them lace front wigs.
You better,
For your
because I'm
girl.
telling you, while you trying to act like Miss Sophia, Miss Sophia got lace front wig.
Yes,
Monty.
baby. She got the real was boom.
The Montes.
You can't see her side.
You gotta have Montes to buy real human hair lace front wigs.
That's right.
I'm
Herman.
tired of talking about
Herman.
lace front wig. Herman. This is Shelly Brown and I'm Amandalynn Banks. And this is Crank Up the Jury. We touched on world news,
Yes.
we touched on entertainment,
Beauty.
health,
Yes.
and we touched on celebrity news.
Yes.
Next time we're gonna be coming back with our discussion and our honey vault.
Hey, make sure you put that money up under that carpet. Y'all, or those of you that like hardwood floor, I still got the same carpet.
Are you ready to crank up the jury?
Be sure to check out our website at www.crankupthejury@yahoo.com.